What's up, YouTube? Nico here, and this is my VGMcon vlog. So VGMcon, this is the second con I went to, and I was here to perform with Palombi's Game Night Band for the second time. The first one was in MagFest in January earlier this year, and I did want to vlog it, but I ended up not doing so because I really just wanted to experience the con firsthand. But this time I knew this con was shorter, so I knew this would be a good idea to capture as much as I could. It was a 3-day event. It took place first week of April, and I flew out from LAX to Minneapolis, and I had a red-eye flight, 3.5 hours, left around 1 a.m., got there around 7 a.m., and at the airport, I ran into Lacey Johnson. We actually ended up catching the same flight, and I got to talk with her about bass, performing on stage. Hey, I'm here at VGMcon. Lacey's here.
Yes.
Peter's there.
There.
It's 8 in the morning, running on no sleep, deciding if we're gonna nap or have a bunch of coffee, so it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see her set.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to see you play too.
So I raced back to the hotel room and I tried to get a quick power nap before our sound check, which was at 10 a.m. So 10 rolls around, and I'm on stage the first time with Robbie from the Super Soul Bros, Carlos, Insaneintherain, Tony Dickinson, who played with Soto, DICKINSON, Silva, and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, you name it. We sound checked and did a cold run of parts of our set. It was surreal hearing my bass through 4 double cone subs in front of that stage. After soundcheck, I passed out for a second power nap before the con actually started, which was around 3 p.m. I met up and reconnected with friends, starting off with watching 88-Bit, aka Rob Kovacs, serenade us with his Final Fantasy set. I then got to see a panel with VGM drumming legends such as Meyers, Palombi, and 8-Bit Music Theory on how to write good drum parts and how every drummer can approach a chart and serve their song in their own way, which is really cool to see in full detail. Dinner rolled around, and after that I saw VGM Collective, which shared a lot of the same members from Palombi's band, led by trumpet player Max Boyko. I later met up with Sean Hansen, Ryu Matrix, Ray Music, Brookford, and Platinum Azure for some trivia night led by Becca and Marimba Matt.
This was the only pure grass type.
And actually ended up winning. Shout out to having a huge group. So day 2, it started off with VGMcon's virtual recital, beginning with a remote performance with another band I'm in called Course VGM Band. This group was led by very own Russell Torres, and the tune was a fire arrangement of Rainbow Road, where Sean and I got to get the meta experience being there watching the video as well. And then I ran to rehearse with Dom's band, and we were lucky to borrow some backline. Shout out to Super Marcato Bros and Sean Hansen for lending stuff to borrow. Afterward, I saw 8-Bit Music Theory compose a chaotic tune from scratch using random themes shouted out by the audience.
I want you guys to yell out some adjectives.
Lava.
Lava is not an adjective, but I appreciate it.
Perilous.
Perilous.
Cold.
Hot, okay, we're in the same zone here. That's okay.
Foreboding.
A foreboding hot lava tune.
And then another panel by Insaneintherain on VGM and jazz culture.
Heard that song? Autumn Leaves, Take the A Train, Summertime, All of Me. You know, there's a whole list of standards. In the same way that in video game music, things like, I don't know, Bomb on Battlefield, Song of Storms, Aquatic Ambience, Gourmet Race. You know, these are songs that we all, you know, whether we not necessarily that we know how to play them or not, but they're all songs that have been sort of absorbed into our culture, and songs that are all part of like our shared vocabulary.
The evening rolls around and I got to see Lacey Johnson's set before getting ready for the biggest moment of the con for me, performing with Game Night.
This is where it's at. This is where it's at. It's going down. Bobby Benson. It's going down, fam. It's going down, fam. It's going down. Let's go. It's going down. Let's go. Let's go.
Day 3 rolls around. After breakfast, I got invited by Brooke Ferd, aka Medlix, to perform in a woodwind quartet with her, Becca, and Ray Music on some arrangements she brought. I had bassoon parts on bass, plugged into Sean's tiny practice guitar amp. We played some of the best jams like Korok Forest and Gourmet Race. After the little jam, it was time to go home. I had to say goodbye to everyone, and I was actually a lot more sad than I thought I'd be. It was a short 3-day event, and I knew I would get to hang and see people, but it hit different because we just had this special connection to VGM, and I can tell everyone was just passionate and there to have a good time hearing VGM and celebrating what we love, which is games, music. I have to thank some of my friends who made this trip so great. Sean, Tiggs, Ray Music, Ryu Matrix, Becca, and especially Brooke, for also putting the quartet together, the members of the Game Night Band, Max, Carlos, Howie, Robbie, and Tony, and most of all, Don Palombi for inviting me a second time and making this band happen. So if you see this, thank you, man. Thank you for everything you do and all the work you put in to make this happen. And here's some more cool stuff in the future. Well, hope you enjoyed my vlog. Lots of cool things happening this year on top of my future videos. So, in just 2 weeks, my album Island Life, a collection of Animal Crossing New Horizons music, will be on streaming platforms. The date is April 20, no significance to the date whatsoever, and many old tracks that were re-recorded and freshly mixed to celebrate not only 2 years of Animal Crossing being out, but also a milestone of me hitting 2 years of covering VGM. I can't wait for you guys to hear it, as I spent nearly all the last month working so hard to finish it, but I can guarantee it came out great. So thanks for watching me share the experience of last weekend at VGMcon, and I plan on being around for future cons. This is just the beginning.